The COVID-19 pandemic has caused a rapid shift towards digitalisation across all industries and especially banking. However, there's a considerable number of customers who actively avoid online banking. How has the pandemic affected these behaviours in Romania?
Yeah, so of course that a lot changed during the last 2 years. I think everything changed. You feel like everything changed during the last 2 years. I think also the customer might feel that. So, there's a lot of things happening to them from from different sides, both political as you were seeing now, and the pandemic, but also from their suppliers, or from their interactions with suppliers. What happened a lot, of course, and it's obvious, as you were saying, during the pandemic we had this acceleration in the digital way of servicing, or proposing products and servicing to customer. This came actually from the demand from customers. This is what I feel, and actually businesses have tried to step up and to fulfill this demand. So this led to this acceleration in online, digital, and so on and so forth. But what I'm seeing now is, like most things, when you get a lot of something in a very short period of time, at one point you get saturated about it. Okay, so even sweets, if you eat a lot in a very short period of time, you tend not to want to eat in the next time. So I think this is what's happening now, because there was a lot of digital and a lot of online during those 2 years. Customers are beginning to evaluate these interactions from, I'd like to say, from some kind of a sieve of value and maybe opportunity. So they're asking themselves now, because they have options. So they're asking, okay, do I really need this online or digital interaction, or do I really find the value in this digital and online interactions, or do I find value in, for example, human interactions? So this is what I feel that it's happening now with the customers, and this digital overload that they've been feeling in the past 2 years. So now they're looking to see actually where's the value in the interaction, and then we're seeing that in our country also. People wanting to have more interactions in branch with the face to face. But in the meantime, I think they're doing this evaluation and saying, for example, I'm convinced that most of the customer won't go to branch now to, I don't know, to reissue their PIN number for the card, because this is something that I call hygiene, experience. You don't need a person to give you that number. You can always get it online. This means that now they're keeping the interactions, the human interactions, which bring them more value. For example, for more sophisticated product, more complex product, where actually a person can personalize and can advise you better at the moment than an application or an online interaction. Another thing that I'm seeing after the pandemic, and also it's related to the current situation, is customer being more attentive, and also businesses are looking at this right now, about what they're paying, the costs that they're paying, and the fees, for example, in our case, that they're paying for services and products. Because the inflation at the moment, then customers are paying more attention to what are they getting for the prices that they're paying. And I'm trying to say that the banking industry must be very careful to that. Why is that? Is because some costs and some prices of the financial products are not that easy to understand. So when you position, for example, a cost that it's very low, and I don't think that's applicable only to banking, but to most of the products and services. When you position a front cost or a front price very low, then the customer needs to and has to go a bit deeper to see exactly what's the value behind that low cost. And if they're not really, future costs that can actually have a bigger impact than a higher cost at the moment. So this focus on low cost and prices goes with a bit of concern from both customers, but also from banking, making sure that they're transparent with the fees and costs for their products. There's an interesting bias or information regarding that people are very attentive to only the information that they're seeing. There's a bias described in Daniel Kahneman's book in Thinking Fast and Slow, which is called "What You See Is All There Is." And basically, this is what we're doing. Our mind cannot process a lot of information at the same time. So we're believing that what we're seeing is the perfect thing, and then everything that there is about that, and we're not doing a lot of research behind. And we really need to be careful about this way of customers reacting to prices.